The IRS commissioner has announced that they're increasing the audits on cryptocurrency traders. They're just getting started. They basically told Congress they've realigned their priorities, and this is quite extensive. They're going to ask for copies of every single email that you have involving a crypto exchange. What I'm saying is they're going to go back all the way to when you began trading. The IRS is cranking up their audit machine, and the best thing you do is to protect yourself. If you work with us, about 35% of our audits result in refunds. This is compared to the national average of 0.5%. Why? Because we start representing people from the very beginning. The IRS commissioner has announced that they're increasing the audits on cryptocurrency traders, especially ones that have made any amount of money of significance. They're looking at this point in time for people in the higher ranges. They've increased the audit rates by 12-fold. 12-fold from where they were like last year. Okay, that's significant. That's going to hit people, and they're just getting started. They basically told Congress they've realigned their priorities. I was at a meeting with the IRS commissioner, and he specifically talked about their commitment to increasing audits on the people with incomes over 400,000. Now, the way they measure income is different than the way you measure income. But let me just talk about what's going to happen in an audit. If IRS audits you, the first thing they do is they send you a letter and they say, we're going to audit you. Here are the things we're looking at. But in general, they're going to look at your entire tax return. They're also going to give you a letter. It's called an IDR, an information document request. They're going to demand all sorts of information. Generally, you can expect on a crypto audit, they're going to ask for your financial records, which would be all your bank accounts for the tax year in question, all your bank statements, all your credit card statements, all your loan documents, any other financial records that are going on in any sort of account, that's whether it's bank or not. Then they're going to get into your crypto records, and this is quite extensive. They're going to ask for copies of every single email that you have involving a crypto exchange. They're going to ask for copies of all your transaction histories from the beginning of time on any exchange. What I'm saying is they're going to go back all the way to when you began trading, back in whatever year it was. They're going to want this in a CSV, which is a spreadsheet file format. Then they're going to ask you for all your wallet addresses. They're going to ask for all your account numbers on every single exchange that you've been on from the beginning. They're going to ask about any purchases you made with cryptocurrency or ways that you were paid with cryptocurrency, use of cryptocurrency kiosks. They get extremely detailed, and they want to know what wallets you used for DeFi trading. They're going to be very extensive about this. It's a very voluminous document. I mean, we often, when we do, I mean, we've done audits of crypto taxpayers. We've done at this point in time about 45 audits of crypto taxpayers, specifically in their crypto income. And these large audits become quite extensive. I mean, we might be providing 1,000 pages of documentation initially, plus spreadsheets of all your transaction histories. Uh, they then bring in subject matter experts that will examine the crypto records, and they will then follow up with additional questions, make sure that there's any holes in the data that they're going to look at, and then ultimately they take the data and they hand it off to a contractor who will then do his own gain calculation. Now, typically what we would advise doing at the beginning of a crypto audit is we would advise recalculating your gain. The fact of the matter is, most people who do their gain calculation using online services do it poorly. All right. I mean, frankly, they're good at trading, but doing the forensic accounting of reconciling your transactions is not a skill that a typical trader has, and they make lots of mistakes. Now, they might come up with an answer that's close to the correct answer, but what we do at the beginning of audit is our in-house forensic accountants will do our own gain calculation for you. We then provide that at the very beginning of the audit. We might come up with a number that's higher or lower than what you put forward. But we make that at the very beginning. We make it very clear. And then that becomes the basis that the IRS just talks from. We don't care what you filed on your initial tax return. All interactions with the auditor will be on that basis. And then when they come out with their number, their own gain calculation, at that point in time, we will attack that number. And we attack that number typically at the tax court level. I just finished an audit 2 weeks ago where a client had worked on numerous exchanges. Some of those exchanges don't exist anymore, but he had roughly 100,000 transactions for 2017, 2018. IRS said he owed 1.5 million, and they gave him a notice of deficiency for 1.5 million, saying you owe 1.5 million, now pay. We challenged that. We took it to tax court, and over a period of time, going back and forth with the IRS on that side, we were able to persuade them that the gain calculation number that the IRS auditors had come up with was so substantially wrong that they threw the entire case out, no change to the taxpayer. That's pretty significant. And that's because we defended the person all the way through. And he came to us actually out of the blue. He came to us and said, hey, look, I just got this audit letter. And he said, can you represent me? So what we did was we calculated a charge, do the initial calculation of his gain and initial reporting, one-time charge, and then we moved into monthly payments as a full member IRS guard dog, and we saved him a fortune. I mean, really doing our forensic analysis, we generated an 88-page document showing all the errors the IRS made. That would have been roughly $60,000 if you paid for that externally, but it was all included as a member. So typically, if you're going to get audited, you need to plan on this being a 1.5 to 2 year ordeal, and it's more of an emotional ordeal than because you're just terrified of what the IRS auditor is going to find. And since the IRS is hiring lots more auditors right now, we're going to have to deal with auditors making a lot of clumsy mistakes. Those mistakes look like the IRS is being aggressive, but actually he's just making mistakes. We can defend you in that area. But it's emotional journey. So what should you expect for a crypto audit from the IRS? You should expect it to be extremely emotionally stressful. But if you work with us, about 35% of our audits result in refunds. This is compared to the national average of 0.5%. We have 35% result in refunds. Why? Because we start representing people from the very beginning. The IRS is cranking up their audit machine, and the best thing you do is to protect yourself. Thank you very much for listening to today's show, and I hope you enjoy it. Please give us comments. We would love to respond to any questions you give us. If you have tax questions that we can apply to, we will try to address it in future shows. Please hit like, subscribe, follow. Thank you. Have a great day.
The Clinton Donnelly Show, where we explore how taxation and regulations of cryptocurrencies affect your daily life as an investor. Clinton has a law degree in international financial regulation. He is an enrolled agent and certified as a cryptocurrency anti-financial crime specialist. He has clients in 71 countries. He is one of the top experts in crypto taxation in the US. This show is sponsored by CryptoTaxAudit.com, the income tax experts for US crypto investors. Are you frustrated with using online crypto tax services to calculate capital gains? Are you a high-frequency trader, DeFi, NFT, play-to-earn, or whale investor? Nothing is too complicated for the experts at CryptoTaxAudit.com. Are you frustrated that your accountant doesn't understand crypto taxes? Crypto Tax Audit uses a proven, bulletproof crypto tax return methodology to prepare a tax return that doesn't attract the attention of the IRS. Crypto Tax Audit also offers an exclusive audit defense membership service. It's like car insurance for your tax return. If your return gets selected for an audit of crypto reporting, they will defend you at no additional charge for the entire life of the audit. No one offers anything like audit defense membership. Go to CryptoTaxAudit.com to learn more and schedule a private tax consultation now. The opinions expressed in this show are not legal advice. Tax and regulations are complicated. Your situation is unique, so you should always consult a tax professional.